with Robbie Crouch of the ACT for TNN Motorsport Magazine, September 30th, 1991. Robbie, how long have you been racing?
I think I just completed my 21st year, if I count properly.
Did you expect that Junior Hanley would be so strong when you began the season?
I thought he would be, and we had some people saying that he wouldn't adapt well to some of the smaller tracks, and certainly that's been an ongoing thing about the smaller tracks and Hanley's inability to win on them, but it just hasn't proved to be the case. And he's done exactly what I thought he would do this year. I guess the only surprise this year is I don't think I've been as strong as I expected to be.
What's it like running with a noted short car racetrack driver like Junior?
Well, I think it's improved the series from I think he's added in a dimension that he lacked before, and certainly I think there's a lot to be learned from some of the things that Junior does. And he's always been a great car builder, and I think now that he's devoting his full energies to racing, that you can see that his performance level is at the very top, and I think there's no place that he can't go. As a matter of fact, he's proved that he can win any place in the country, from Phoenix to Florida to the ACT this year. So I expect that he'll continue to do that well, at least in the near future.
Got one race left. Anything special for this last race to try to catch him?
Well, I think the points are somewhat out of the question at this point. I don't think that I can really catch him. I mean, looking at everything realistically, obviously a miracle could happen, but I'm not planning on that. I think based upon the season that he's had and the season that I've had, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think there's going to be a 70-point turnaround in one race. On the other hand, Plattsburgh is one of my best tracks. I've won there this year and have really probably been one of the strongest cars at that track the 2 times we've raced there this year. So I'm looking forward to it. I think I can beat him on that track.
Is this the closest championship run you've ever been involved in, or has there been a closer one?
Well, I think there's been closer ones probably, but I've never been in a position of being this close. I shouldn't say never. It's been a few years since it's been this close, and I've been the chaser instead of the chasee. 1980 was certainly this close with Beaver Dragon. I ended up a few points short of that one, but since then, it's either been too big a margin when I finished second to really catch up the last race, or I've had a pretty good lead going in the last race. So I think they've been closer, but not in the last few years.
You mentioned the chaser and the chasee. How does it feel to be the pursuer rather than being chased?
I don't like it. I mean, I would much rather have the points championship wrapped up at this point of the season, and know that I'm going to get a big paycheck. But it hasn't happened for me this year. When there's a lot of money on the line, I've always seemed to step on my foot and just haven't hit that big payday. And kind of the story of my season, I'm going to end up second, which it's not a bad paying second. Probably win just about as much as I won last year for winning the championship. But you don't look at it that way. You look at what could have been, and certainly what could have been is I could have made a heck of a lot more.
You said 21 years. Is it still fun to race?
It's fun when you're performing at what you feel are your capabilities, but it's not fun when things aren't going the way you really want them to, and you try to push for them to. I feel like this is a business where you hit streaks, and I've been on a streak that I seem to constantly make the wrong decisions, and you start questioning some of the things you do, and when you make a decision, then you think, well, since I'm making all the wrong decisions this year, maybe I should do the opposite of what I think. But certainly that ends up being a wrong decision too. So yeah, it's fun, and it's fun because I've got a terrific team with a lot of enthusiasm, They don't like to lose. They hate to lose, but yet, you know, I think they maintain their integrity, or whatever you want to call it. And they're great sports when they do lose. They just don't like it. And when they win, you know, they do that the right way too. So their enthusiasm keeps me having fun, and certainly, you know, when we do hit that good day, like we're looking forward to at Plattsburgh, at Airborne, you know, it's a lot of fun.
You've won 6 championships. This could have been, or still might be, your 7th. What would that mean to you, the 7th championship?
Well, I think that once you win a championship and proving you can do it, then it's tough to settle for second. But certainly, you know, we go through that in racing, and there's times when you just have to settle for that. I mean, if that's the best you can do, then you know, I thought I'd win the championship this year. I didn't think it would be a problem, but we haven't. So we got beat by someone that was just plain better than us. What are you going to do? I mean, you got to look at it in terms of the challenge. I mean, we've got to go to work this winter, and we've got to put together the right kind of team to get the job done next year. And I think we can do that. I think we will do that.
Obviously, then, you felt that going into the season that you could win your 7th title back in April.
I really thought I could, and I thought I would up till the Beech Ridge race. You know, I thought that I was going to pull it out, but I went to Beech Ridge, and Junior had a real easy day of it. I mean, everything went his way, and he absolutely dominated the race. And I mean, he was running great. And what I needed from him on a day that he was running great was to have some problems in the qualifying, and you know, get held back and have to come through a lot of cars and maybe get beat around a little bit. But it didn't happen. Not only was he the fastest car on that particular day, but he got all the breaks that he needed. And you know, that's really, I guess, since that race, I've come to the realization that it's just probably out of the question this year. When somebody's on a roll like him, you're not going to stop him. I mean, it's just not that easy to do. And you know, I thought I would win the championship this year. I thought I was well prepared and had everything dialed in to do it. It didn't happen.
What are your career aspirations now at this stage of the game?
Oh, I don't know. I really enjoy doing what we're doing, and seeing it, you know, grow from one year to the next. I mean, it's taken a tremendous jump from last year to this year, certainly. And when the series starts attracting people like Junior Hanley, and you know, and I think can keep me happy with the financial rewards, and with their series, it's great. And I see no point in walking away from that. And I really want to see this thing come along, and I think it's in the right direction.
Robbie, thank you very much for your time, and good luck to you on Sunday.